Okay, I think we're all good here. Yep. Looks like we're all good. We're all good. We're all good. Okay. So, alright, guys. This is finally getting it going. Alright, this is my stream. This is just a test here. So, let's get right up into it. Hello, everybody. Cool Kid Nice, welcome. Destin, welcome. Mr. Joey B, welcome. The official first stream is up. I'll go ahead and just the name there. Okay, first official stream. We are going to be playing Train Sim 2021. Yep, I noticed there's an echo. My microphone is being weird about it. Let me know. Let's see here. Alright, is that better? No, doesn't sound better. That actually sounds worse. Okay. Give me 1 second, guys. This microphone I got, it's like being weird. Sometimes it'll echo and sometimes it won't. It's really, really strange. Okay. We will be playing Train Sim 2021. Okay, okay, we're in a good connection here. What's up, everybody? Georgia Rail fan Brett, Chancey Epps. Yeah, I'm still trying to work out this echo here. Actually, let me see this. No? Is that not better? Okay. Give me a second here. You can hear me now? Really? Oh, okay. All right. Good. Good. Okay, guys. All right. Good grief. That was all right. Welcome to Kid Kango Productions. This is our first stream here. Um, let me let's see. Checking the live chat. NS Ace Boy 1072. How's life? It's here and it's there. We've been kind of, I've been just doing me. You guys saw, if you haven't already, check out Cool Kid and I's Real Productions. He just put up a video. He came down this weekend and we celebrated Amtrak's 50th anniversary down here in Duluth. We watched a couple trains and had a blast. We caught a whole bunch of things. I thought he was going to show up Friday night. He ended up showing Thursday night, so we stayed out and got 214. Um, and then let's see, Friday was good. Saturday we got 154 with two aces trailing, and we both hit a praise break together. Um, yes, Georgia Rail fan, I do plan on going up on that north end. I hear a lot of good stuff comes down that north end. I am definitely looking forward to doing that over the summer. Speaking of which, now that I have all of you guys here and I'm live, the quality may not be coming in as good. I had to set, I'm viewing this on my phone. I had to set it to 480p. Um, yeah, what I was saying, this summer I'm planning on hosting another meetup. You guys remember the one I did last year in November? Um, we did November 7th, and we had a pretty good turnout. I believe the highest number we got was 24. Um, but I am definitely planning on hosting another one, and I don't want it to be in Duluth. Yes, Destin Videos, that's exactly where I was wanting it to be, is Austell. Um, because Austell is a wonderful place. The first time I went, I caught a um, Canadian National unit train. I believe it was 64H is what we got. Had a CN. I mean, they ID them differently, but it was I believe it was a 75I, and then like a couple dash somethings. Whole number lettering system for Canadian National is weird. Um, yes, West Coast Rail fan, I see you, I hear you. I will definitely do that. Just trying to get everything set out there and out of the way. Um, Chancey Epps, I do not play electric guitar. There is somebody who does play guitar, DJ Dylan Smith. He was with us um, out there in Duluth. He comes down with Ananias, Cool Kid Nias. So he plays guitar. I don't remember his YouTube channel name. I think it's Mad and Insane Rail Fanner. But anyways, let's get right into it. So we got Train Sim 2021. Um, yeah, let's jump right in. Okay, game's loading up here. All right, so you can see some of my screenshots down there at the bottom there. All right, we're loaded in. Okay, we are in. As high up as it goes. What's up, trains and aviation in North Georgia? Um, Rail fan Michael or McNeil, sorry. What's up, Nasir? Um, uh, NS Ace Boy 1072. Yeah, 7553 is definitely a good one with that P5. Lithonia Railfan Productions in Lithonia, Georgia. Minnesota Outsider, what's up? All right, let's get it going here. So recently I downloaded a well car trailer spine car pack. Um, and you can see just some of the, I don't really build that many trains, and when I do I usually delete one and replace it. So actually I'll go ahead and delete that. What I do want you guys to hear is some of these horns. um, what I'm going to do is I'm going to just place down some engines, and uh, we'll load into a random. route and get it going here. Um, but yeah, so some of the engines that I have in my list don't load in. For example, the BNSF Heritage unit, or yeah, the Heritage, quote unquote Heritage, they show up as just a black screen, and it's really weird. It was pretty funny. But ooh, 1134 on 25Q. We used to get a bear table. We used to get a 24Q every Monday because 237 used to not run. So we would get a 24Q out of Charleston going down south. But nowadays 24Q goes north out of Charleston. Gets off the W and goes north, I believe, up to New Jersey. Um, But yeah, 24Q is that used to be a good one because he always had good power. And anytime we would get like a run through auto rack train, like a couple times we had a CSX, run through, UP run through, BNSF run through. Anytime those would run north, they'd end up in Charleston or on the W line and end up in Charleston, and 24Q would bring them down because they usually came on the weekends. Um, Unfortunately, we get neither 24Q nor those run throughs. When we do get run throughs, they're plain old NS. But what we say on our line is any power is better than no power. So, yes, West Coast Rail fan. I will remember UP 1995 when we actually built our consist. So what I've done is, I don't know if you guys played Train Sim 2021, but the horns are, how do I say, trash. Absolute trash to the point where I don't really remember what they used to sound like. Um, Immediately after getting the game, I went online searching like crazy to find custom horns, and I found this amazing site, Railworks America. And through Facebook, I've been getting all types of cool horns and stuff. So my NS Heritage units have their own type of horn, which I absolutely love. The horn for my heritage units for Norfolk Southern are the same horn for my KCS Ace. Um, my Union Pacific Heritage has a whole different horn. Same with surprise, surprise. I also have this bad boy in there. We will definitely be building a train sometime tonight with this. Um, my BNSF Aces definitely have a custom horn. If I'm not mistaken, my Santa Fe 75Ms have a custom horn. I just recently gave my Dash 9s a custom horn. Um, I've just been kind of adding all types of stuff. Pretty much every DLC that they release for this game, I've looked at. I mean, I've just bought them just because the P30, the Pooch, um, CS6 AC6000. Um, yeah, so going down, I got the 60Es for sure, and that was one thing I definitely made sure to save enough money to get. Um, we have our KCS, both regular Mexico, and then also the Gray Ghost scheme. I saw some of you guys had some questions. Uh, Destin Video. Um, oh, the storms. Yeah, I stayed at home all day. I'd planned on going out last night when I got home. I planned on coming out today, but woke up and saw the storms and said, no, I'll wait till tomorrow. Um, let's see who else. Close to catching all 20 heritage units. Norfolk and Western 611 fan. Yeah, I got that's the one thing about our line, the Piedmont. When I started, we were getting a lot of foreign power, but not a lot of heritage units. But once the foreign power went away, it was heritage units all over. I mean, even our auto rack locals going down the Commerce branch were coming through with 8103 and 1072. I mean, it was free game. We were getting locals. I mean, of course, not our P52 and, like industry locals weren't getting them, but, our longer distance locals were frequently getting heritage units. Most of the heritage units I caught, first time catches were on those auto rack locals. Um, 214 became a favorite because 214 always had a heritage unit leading. Anytime I've caught 214 with a heritage, it's always leading. I have yet to get 214 with a trailing heritage. I'm pretty sure it's happened, but I've never seen it. Um, but yeah, so we've got all of our NS heritage. We've got our UP heritage. There's your precious 1995. Got the BNSF ones. Now the CSX doesn't load in. Neither do my Olympic units. Unfortunately, I can't find the file to change the stock UP Ace horn. I For the life of me, I cannot find it. Um, but yeah, so let's just kind of plop down some random engines here. Plop down two KCS units. We'll just kind of run a random little short train so you guys can hear the horn and all that good stuff. And I'll just kind of switch out the engines with each train that we do. Just kind of pull out some random stuff here. Um, we'll do testing horns for stream. So, okay. So you can see the last route I did was Donner Pass. I love that route. Sparks Yard to Roseville, definitely a good one. One thing, okay, there's a few things about uh, Train Sim 2021 that you guys should know about me. Um, One, speed limits don't exist for me. If there's one thing Train Sim gaming has taught me for Quick Drive, at least, is it is my goal that no matter how big or how heavy my train is, I'm going to eventually get it up to 65, and it's going to look awesome. um, Another thing, some of these routes don't load in either, which is strange. I'm gonna have to work on all that soon. Another thing for you guys to know is I'd say about 99.100% of the time, my trains have an ace leader. I know it's unrealistic in the real world, but newsflash, this isn't the real world. This is, every individual who has the game, it's their own world. They can make whatever train, run whatever route. They can run an Amtrak train down the Hanover local. They can run, a UP excursion down the West Palm route. I mean, whatever your heart's desire. So 10 times out of 10, I've got an ace leader or some type of EMD on point. Um, let's see what else. Horn shows. Definitely doing horn shows all the time on any route at any crossing at any point. Whether I'm recording for a video or just messing around, I'm still doing horn shows. Um, but yeah, so one of my favorite routes to do really fast runs is Ranger Heartland, Kansas City to Topeka. Um, you meet a couple trains, but it's double track the entire route. So there's no stopping for trains. There's no, stopping for signals really, unless you're doing career, which I'm not even going to touch that tab because I don't ever use it. Sorry, not sorry. I don't know. Maybe it's the OCD in me or whatever, but I always pick spring, clear, 4:30 in the afternoon. Never player train only because I love seeing those AI trains kind of mosey on by when I fly through a crossing. Um, so let's go ahead and run. Actually, because we're doing little short trains, we'll run down the end line, which Cool Kid Nias will be able to tell you. Um, Cool Kid Nice will be able to tell you this line used to be my favorite. I would always run NS excursions and UP excursions and even BNSF excursions with the Great Northern passenger coaches. I'd run them at pretty much 70 miles an hour down this little short line and have my engines full on leaning into the curve, or leaning out of the curve rather. Just, I mean, open throttle all the way. Um, so yeah, let's go ahead and load in here. Now you'll notice, I don't know if you guys noticed that, but it showed it as Penn Central. That's just the file that you have to load it in as, um, which is why it has the same horn as my NS Heritage. But the horn itself is actually really good. This is the only one that I've been able to get a custom bell for. All the other ones, it just won't work for whatever reason, which is fine because I don't really use the bell ever. Um, I would like to eventually use my depth of field to get screenshots like that. Um, and at some point, now that I've got the stream successful, I would like to start doing route building. Um, Definitely doing route building. Yeah, cool. See, cool kid Nice told you. Yeah, I book it. See, while we're loading in, I'll look at some comments here. Caught 3 heritage units from NS. Oh, we're already loaded in. Okay, here we go. Let's go short. That's the bell. Start running here. Jump up to this crossing. Jump up to this crossing. Bye. All right, here we go. So that's the NS Heritage and the KCS Ace. Um, definitely, definitely a favorite. I love running that KCS. Um, let's see here. Let's go ahead and load back in, and I will upload a UP Heritage. We'll do 1995 just for you, West Coast Rail fan. Um, let's see. Norfolk and Western 611 fan. NS 42 and 41G have been having 63, 67 over and over again. Yeah, for some reason though, that power flips right before it hits the actual north end. Because lately our 42 and 41G have been completely NS. So we only got it the what, 3 times or 4 times? 4 times. We got it 4 times. Um, but yeah, we had a war bonnet come through about a month and a half ago, trailing fifth of six, I think. Fifth of sixth, on a 264. And then if you guys watch Ananias's video, unfortunately I had to go to work about an hour before it came through, but 265 had an EMD lash up for the records. BNSF Ace and a BNSF Mac. That was a good one. He was 12,000 feet with 2 EMDs. It took him literally all day to get down to our side. But yeah, so we'll load in here, play the UP Heritage, and then I'll play the BNSF one. Um, 1943 has the same horn as the other UP Heritage. Yeah, we'll build a couple trains. We'll build a maybe an Amtrak train with some freight assistance or something. A couple weeks ago, I built an Amtrak Superliner. Um, Ran it down Stevens Pass with a BNSF Jevo as DPU on the rear, of course, not in the middle. But yeah, that was pretty fun. Even with the freight engines, because that Superliner was 3,000 feet, it still took a very long time to get up and going. Yeah, see, I also have a KCS 44 ACs, which I need to do a custom run for those as well. Um, yeah, let's get a 1995 in that solo. Same route, so I can show you guys that. Hey, there he is, Alec. Welcome to the stream, Alec. Welcome, Andy Railfan. Westmoreland County Fire Sirens. Screaming Virginian. Uh, Josh Pack. What's up, kid? Kango. Doug is the best at horn shows. Yeah, that he is. He's definitely spread the word though, because I remember when I first got out watching trains, it was just Doug. Um, and now it's to the point where most of the horn shows we get, we don't even know who they are. Sometimes I get horn shows that sound just like Doug, but the person leaning out the window looks nothing like him. So let's run down to this crossing. Actually, we'll run down to the second one. That I can get a good zoom of him. Ooh, that was a really abrupt twist there. Ooh, good. See, I'm telling you, I hit those speeds real quick. So there's the UP one. Definitely also a good one. I do love running those UP Heritage as well. Yes, Andy Railfan, that is one hot K5 LLA for sure. Um, so yeah, we'll load in the BNSF one, and then we'll go ahead and get started building a custom train. I'll kind of go over the different routes before we build the train, just to kind of see what you guys want to see here, because each route has its own little, you know, good thing about it. Um, which I'll go in further depth once we hop out of this one. But yeah, how's everybody else doing? How's everybody's week going so far? Last week, did anybody get out and get Amtrak for their 50th anniversary? North Florida Rail fan. Yeah, you got out for it. Yeah, I'm sure in Florida you definitely got out. You guys did a lot of good Amtrak shots. I hear the Dash 8s are still running dead in tow down there. All right. Okay. Get rid of that. And then we'll load in our trusty BNSF. Same exact route. Orlando Railfan YouTube Gaming. Hello all. Hello to you too. Grace and Justice. Yo. Chancey Epps. Yes, I do want to do South Carolina. Cool Kid Nias Railfans up there. So I definitely want to. He definitely comes down to my area a lot, so I for sure want to try that area. I see from his pictures and videos, he gets some pretty good sunrise shots. Plus that signal he's always standing at, he gets pretty high probability of a roll on me. All right, let's get loaded in here. We are in. Great. All the way up. Have I seen the nickel plate? Yes. Nickel plate has come through this line 4 times in the last 2 months that I can count. Nickel plate came through on what did he come he came through on 212, then 211, I think, and then no, it was 214, which I caught, then it trailed 213, then it trailed 212, then led 211, and then went right back up on something else. That BNSF ace. So as you can see, the one that I have for the KCS and the NS Heritage are it's the only one that echoes, which I'm fine with that because at the speed I'm doing, I don't really care much for the echo anyways. Now, the one reason, and I just remembered this, the reason why I don't run the BNSF Ace is for some reason in the last couple days it glitched out and the Doppler doesn't work anymore, which I don't understand. Um, so yeah, before we go in and build our train, let's go over my favorite routes and why they are good to run a train down. Um, so the CSX Hanover sub, it's a little local line. Most of you are probably familiar with it if you have the game. There's a lot of rolling stock on that line and a good bit of engines too. A lot of industries to work, and there's cars already sitting in those industries. Um, Cajon Pass is good. So this is good if you want to do like a video of you running a local, if you want to just kind of mess around and build a train from scratch using what's in the game or switch out your entire train for what is in the game. Um, Donner Pass is good to get good mountain shots. If you guys saw on my Facebook, I just posted a video of me running my UP 1982 on a stack train down this line. Granger Heartland is good for a good straightaway to get up to speed. A lot of crossings on the route. Um, Marias Pass is good for the same reason and some good mountain areas. Livonia Division is good for like greenery shots. There's a lot of trees on that route. Miami to West Palm is really good if you want to get a nice downtown run through. Um, my absolute favorite though is a tie between the Granger Heartland and the High Line. The Montana High Line is, I mean, it's just all over the place. Depending on the time that you run the train, depending on the time you run the train, um, you can either have an entire route wide open for you to run down Main One the entire way, or every so often pull over on a double track and stop to meet an AI train. Unfortunately, Dovetail Gaming has not made it to where the AI blow for crossings, which ruins realism in the game when you're especially when you're recording the AI train going past you through a crossing. But it's whatever. It's for now can't do anything about it. So it is what it is. But it's definitely a good one that I like when I have to, you know, get up to speed really good and then I slow down for a double track meeting. Um, the end line, which you guys saw us do the test on, is good for running like little. That also is a local line. So there aren't many rolling stock in the game, like within the route, but there are a lot of industries that you can drop stuff off in. If you want to build like a 3,000, 4,000 foot train and drop a bunch of stuff off in the yard or Salisbury Yard or the industries. Um, Sherman Hill is good. The only problem with Sherman Hill, and Cool Kid Nias can tell you about it, the um, Sherman Hill, yeah, UP 844 fan. That is Jake, the one I was telling you about, who's a racist, who used the N word in reference to Cool Kid Nias, and then lied about it and all types of stuff. So yeah, he's been deleted from my channel and he won't be bothering us anymore. Sherman Hill is good. Cool Kid Nias can tell you. We don't really like this line because the M-2s for NS keep showing up as AI trains. And it's weird when you're trying to run a modern line and you've got M-2s constantly meeting you with BNSF grain cars. It's the weirdest. I don't know. I don't know. The racetrack is good. I hadn't run that in a long time, but that's one if you want to get up to speed too. Ignore the quiet zone for sure if you want to just lay on the horn all the way through. Um, so yeah, let's go ahead and build our train. We're gonna do a couple of them. Let's see here. Let's see. So yeah, we've got a UP excursion with Miss Katie leading. We've got a 264. Probably gonna delete that because of the ace problem. 226 that I built with 1982 leading. I built a 220 with all KCS. I built a 7,500 foot 214 with 1071, pulling some UPs. That train got up to speed really quickly. The problem with this one, the UP 44 ACs were doing notch 8 trailing, and it was causing them to scream and make noises that in real life would have you scared for your life if it went past you. Which was causing my game to lag because it was almost like the engines weren't designed to go as fast as I was going in the game. Um, so that one was weird. And then I added on, so I pretty much added cars from this consist to make this one, and then added onto this to make this one. Another 226, same unit leading, um, 9,000 feet with the DPUs about 7,000 feet back. It was a pretty long train, and I was still doing 65 with this one. Let's see here. Um, let's see, let's see. Okay, so I think we should. I mean, of course, I'm probably gonna change the route right before we jump in, but let's see here. You guys want to see a bunch of train meets? You're just Do you just want to see me open it up to 65 and see where it's see where we can get to? So I guess the choices will be the Montana High Line or the Granger Heartland route. Um, because it all depends on the length of the train we build and also how fast you're trying to see the train go. Because if you're okay with seeing, train meets, if you want to see more AI train meets, because I mean we're going to end up doing both tonight anyways. So um, I guess it's just more of which one to do first. Yeah, I see one vote for Heartland. I'm kind of leaning towards the Heartland route as well. There are a lot of crossings. Um, I don't see anybody else voting, so we're gonna go with the Heartland route. We're gonna do. I usually start from Topeka Yard and go to Muncie, but I think this time we'll do the same thing. So let's see here. So it's a UP route. So realistically, you would want to build a UP train, but unfortunately, NS Ace Boy, there is not a Piedmont line. Actually, Cool Kid Nias and I were discussing right before the pandemic hit last year about doing a project. Um, and we were debating whether to do it on Train Sim or to do it on Trains Railroad Sim 2019. And it's probably a little bit better to do it on Trains with a Z because it'll be multiplayer. Train Sim hasn't done that yet. To build that line from scratch for the most part, but to be able to build it as realistic as possible in most areas, but still have, you know, a pretty good amount of customization along the route. So that's what we were planning. It's gonna take a lot of work. Um, I know a couple people who are building a line now, and it's taken them a lot of work, and it's more of them than there are, the people that I've talked to about building the Piedmont. Um, so it's definitely gonna take a while. Now, the thing to remember is with Train Sim, it's not gonna be individual engines getting different horns, because I know some of you said 1067 sounds nice, 1068 sounds nice. In this game for Train Sim 2021, all the heritage units are going to have the same horn. 1068 is going to sound the exact same as 1067. So really the leader doesn't matter if it's NS heritage, because it's all going to sound the same. Um, I kind of want to do a like a 238, because I want to do a little bit of everything. I downloaded some other rolling stock in addition to the containers and trailers. Um, so actually, here I'll show you those cars now, and then I guess from there we can decide what we want to do as far as the. So the NS Ace, I haven't found a way for the texture to load in and for the numbering to be right. The one NS Ace I do have in here shows in the 5,000s for whatever reason, um, which is beyond weird to me. Um, but yeah, It's strange. But like I said, we'll run through all that. I'm just gonna run a train that I already have built. Jelly Bean, what's good? I'm gonna run a train that I already have built for NS Ace Boy since he's ready to hop off the stream. I at least want him to see the beginnings of what we're gonna be doing tonight. Um, and not to fear. Occasionally, my game will say that it's run out of memory. That just means that I did too many things within the game too fast. It didn't really run out of memory because I can go right back in the game and do the exact same thing and it'll work just fine. It just, I guess, uses that as the reason. I'm not exactly sure. Because, like I said, I've been able to jump right back in the game and do exactly what I was doing, and it'll run just fine. So the memory really isn't the issue. Um, so yeah, let's go ahead and load in here, and then yes, we do need a 70 ace and train SimWorld 2. I just uninstalled Train SimWorld 2 just because there isn't enough stuff in there to keep me interested. And I could use all that space for the things I'm adding onto this game. Um, at some point tonight, we'll look at depth of field and get some good screenshots here. And we are loaded in. So let's see here. So we are starting all the way in Topeka. Have some DPUs. I'm not gonna mess with them until we get up to speed. Mess with the game's performance here. So yeah, this is somewhat official, somewhat unofficial stream. I'm noticing that in the game, I need to set the game volume to be a little bit lower, so that it's not overpowering my voice when I'm actually in the game. Since my volume on the laptop doesn't affect the volume of the game, for you guys at least. So yeah, usually we're meeting a UP grain train right about here with 3 UP aces. That is the crossing of hell because it doesn't work and cars are always running through my train. Usually a car darts out right before I clear it and right after I clear it. There it is, totally. yeah, the cars that I downloaded, the car pack gives me these. It gives me these more realistic cargo. You see all the UMAX, the Hub groups, the EMPs, FedEx, all that's JB. This is a whole different car pack that was already in the game. You should see I'm already leaning. You can already see it. Hold on. I'm already leaning into that curve. Oh, that's hilarious. CSX, JB, Swift, Amazon Prime, Schneider, Patch Pacer, Real Pacer, Expo. And it does all this at random. You pick the well cars, it chooses the containers. So you can get a large stretch of single stacks or a large stretch of double stacks. You can get FedEx trailers or a night transportation or Schneider or whatever. You just kind of set it where you want. Double Strider, double Amazon, whatever the game wants to do, it'll do it at random. Double UMAX, we'll get a good, yeah, we're gonna get a lot of doubles. Patched Hub and Real Hub. Stevens Transport, UPS, got an R&L right there, there was a reefer trailer there. There's our DPUs. Got Mopac leading and the lady herself trailing the DPU. Miss Kate. See, we're only at notch 4 and we're already doing what? 55? Yes, Andy Real Fan, that would be AV Studios. I'll get you guys out on this first crossing here. Now, one thing you'll notice is the car sounds. They're so realistic. Listen to these. The squeaking, the hissing, the sound of the wheels grinding against the rail. So realistic. The bumping of the cars. This car pack doesn't come with this car pack doesn't come with an EOT. So I had to attach the one from the road railer onto the back, and the way it attached, it loads in as its own little car. So if I want to get shot to the tail end, I have to go in a couple cars and then come in and get shot. pretty long train here. I'm already at the next city. This is a good spot. I love this spot right here. You guys are going to enjoy this. I'm not even sure we're all the way up open throttle yet. Just flying through town. Couple more times and see if you jump too far ahead of the train, it kind of forgets to load in the rest of it. Have that problem a lot. See how far ahead I was again. I froze for a minute. It's a really nice car pack though. I really do enjoy it. I've built many trains off this car pack alone. I don't even touch the other rail cars except for the 4 all JBs you saw up front. And that was just because I didn't want those to be random. Yes, Omar playing TS. This is how it sounds. One thing I do love is how the trailer is all lean. None of them are sitting straight. They all lean either up or down. I think that is just so realistic because they all do lean. The pitch that they're sitting on, all that stuff makes them lean. Ah, yes. Best spot. Right from their front door. Get down on the water here. Get ourselves a nice little shot of him going over the bridge there. One thing I really like to do, excuse me, is getting them flying through a signal. And you'll see the lags there for like the first 15 or so cars, and then it smooths out as it gets used to the speed I'm doing. Oh, that's right, I forgot this crossing doesn't work either. I mean, that speed is ridiculous. And it looks even better with real cargo. You said 76? Just barely under 70. About 67. 68. So that you guys can hear me a little louder. Let's kind of go up here somewhere. Get away from the tracks, step on the map here. Doesn't look like we're meeting anything. Oh, we got a GP40. That's about it. Meeting a little local running the opposite way. That'll be fun. We're at the Midland, almost to the Midland there. Not the Gainesville Midland, but the, I guess, Kansas City Midland. Taking many screenshots from that spot on the water there. Go ahead and wait till we pop up in the area here. Usually what I do if I'm far away from the train, I'll throw my bell on and wait till I hear it a couple times and then turn it back off and start my sequence if I'm doing a horn show. All right. So you heard the UP at speed. Now you need to hear the KCS at speed. This will give you an idea of which horn you want for which heritage group that you want. Hmm, let's move it to fall. I want to see some leaves turning brown. Start that KCS. I think this is what I'll do every Tuesday instead of doing a upload. Is just go live every Tuesday night and do a maybe like an hour or two of train sim gaming. All right, we are loaded in. Let's get far away so you guys can actually hear me. And voila. Oh, that's be a perfect shot of that. Nope, goes in the way. Get it from the other side here. Love that echo. Alright, now I'm going to tell you a little trick here that I do to get myself up to speed quicker. Take that off emergency. What I do is I set my reversers to the direction the engines are facing. Or to the front. I set my reverser to the front. And I take away all the brakes except for the middle engine. This helps me get up to speed faster, and it keeps me at speed faster. And surprisingly, when I have to slow down, it helps me slow down a little bit more gradual, which is a little bit more realistic instead of just slamming on the brakes. There we go, we're meeting our UP train. Let's go ahead and get to a spot where we can do a nice little pass by here. Next to a somewhat not loaded in fence. Lovely. My favorite container combo, a patch tub over a pacer, right on the rear. Oh, it's two of them in a preset. Nice. Stevens Transport. And these rolling stock sounds are amazing. See, it always lags when we hit that corner. Oh, there it is. Out of memory. That's fine. All we have to do is wait for it to let us back in. That's why I told you guys I usually don't mess with the rear end, even looking at it, until we're up to speed. All right, loading back in. We're going to hop right back in that train, right back on that route, and act like it never happened. No, Walker, right? If you were there at the beginning of the stream, I said my game does this if I do too many things too fast. And it's not really a memory issue because I can load back in and do the exact same thing in the exact same order and it'll run just fine. So it's not really a memory issue because I mean I'm running a $1,600 gaming laptop with 400 gigabytes of internal storage and a whole lot of RAM. It's definitely not a memory issue. I mean, Cool Kid Nyes can tell you, I ran a 15,000 foot 12 engine intermodal with three engines up front, and the rest were scattered around as groups of DPUs. And my game ran better than it does now. So it's 100% not a memory thing, I can tell you that. See, right back in the game. Beating anybody today? Let's see here. It's the car looking like nobody, looking like nobody, looking like nobody. Except that GP42 again. GP40-2, right? The ace legend himself, Doug Rivas. How you doing, man? Oh, don't worry. With a KCS ace, we gonna get a good horn show. Hagen, I will do a little tutorial after this, after, when I'm about to end the stream. Don't you worry, Doug. We gonna get a good one. Just gotta get her opened up, full throttle. You're gonna run it just like you do. Full throttle. There we go. She's starting to open up. Doug has spoken, so a good horn show you guys are going to get at this first crossing. Already doing 50. We're on the straightaway. Let's get down to that crossing and get ready. Ooh, beautiful trees. Beautiful. There we go. You know what time it is. Nice little quick train for you. Means we can get up to speed a little bit quicker. Already doing 65. Open her up all the way. This route is wide open too. We're gonna get up to speed really quickly. Going and get up here to that city. I'm gonna run it through just like Duluth. Doug said he saw that conductor sleeping. Uh-oh. Yeah, he does look like he's bobbing his head a little bit, trying to stay awake. Tell me, Doug, is this how that horn button looks when you on it? See, the game doesn't respond as fast as I'm hitting it. You know, Mike calls you Gillespie. Every time you come through, Mike said that's Gillespie at the controls right there. Red Block Productions, my day has been going great. I'm out here on my first stream, going a good train, got some good power. Got the Ace Legend of the Piedmont in the chat. Cool Kid Nice in the chat. NS Ace Boy 1072 was with us earlier. Alec was here with us earlier. Asia Filson's in here. Who else? Jelly Bean, Real Fan, and Jonah. We got let's see, Local Productions was in here. Yeah, that WD-40 will do the trick, I'm sure. Raymond and Jacob Fishing and Real Fanning. Hello. Blue Wolf Random Vids. Hi there. How are you? How's everybody this night going tonight? This game is Train Sim 2021. So this game, who was it that asked? Blue Wolf Random Vids. This is Train Sim 2021. Just one of the, I guess you call it a rail fanning, train driving, fun, realistic, all types of, all around, jack of all trades type of game. Um, you can use all the stock stuff. You can go to third party or through the game itself and get some more custom real world stuff like these containers and the engines. The horn. The Seller Clips, welcome. Andrew, welcome. Kamari Alexander. I don't think Doug goes up that far. Here, let me get a quieter background. The Piedmont crews usually go up to Greenville, and I think for the hot shots they go up as far as Linwood, but I think they changed it to Charlotte. I don't think they go up as far as Greensboro. I think that's a whole nother crew. Fall shots here. Z with the Wabash. Man, it's been forever since we've seen 1070. Dang. I hear 1070 got clean. Last time I saw 1070, it was... oof. And those Heritage units are looking worse than the normal NS units. How you doing, Alec? Welcome back to the stream. Yeah, I think, yeah, Doug, 264, they got a weird one. Justin and Robert told me that they have to do a taxi from, like, Linwood or something to Charlotte to get on board for whatever reason. I'm not sure if that changed, but at one point they told me that they were taking taxis to Charlotte in the mornings from Linwood to get on the 265 to bring it down. I'm not sure how it was going for the 264 end of the trip, but I know at the time on 265 they weren't dropping it off in Charlotte. They said they were like running light further north or something. Yep, 1070 led an OCS. That was the last time, and I missed that one. The time before that was 213, right during the pandemic. It was May. came down leading. Crazy friendly crew that day. Get some good curve shots here. One thing I do love about this car pack, and I keep saying it because it's just so good. The sounds, the sounds are so real. It is crazy. All right, now I've been holding it off because I know it's gonna make a lot of y'all it's gonna look at me in a whole new way when you see it happen. It's I've been holding it off, trying to contain my excitement to do it, but the end line. Now we were using it earlier to test the horns, but running an excursion down this end line, doing the same speed we've been doing, it makes them lean. It makes them lean, and it is so crazy how they don't derail. Maybe like 3 or 4 times I've had a train derail on that line, but most times I hit those curves and you hear those wheels screeching and you see the engine somewhat lift up on one side, but then it just comes right back down. Yep, see, Alec knows. Alec knows. This line will blow some of you away as far as my my methods of travel. I'll say that for the least. Yeah, see. I got Cool Kid Nice and Nice, Cool Kid Nice and Alec rather laughing. That, yeah, they know that, but y'all aren't ready for this one. I have purposely not recorded and not posted a video of me running down this line for this reason. I wanted to save it for a time where I could do it live. Yes, it is exactly like Unstoppable on that curve. Pretty much. That is the best way to describe it. It is insane, and I hope to God that I never see a train do that in real life because oh, it is, yeah, it's, but hey, at least now you guys get to watch, watch an excursion build. We're gonna combine a bunch of different passenger cars from a bunch of different railroads and just run just a multicolored excursion. Um, for power, I'm gonna I'm gonna give Cool Kid Nias his Katie leading, and I'm gonna give 1982 a shot as third, and then we'll do UP 844 8444 in the middle. There she goes on the front. 8444 in the middle. Mopac third. And yeah, so we're gonna do some refrigerator cars. This is totally not real, but I just want to create a little bit of buffer between the screaming of the EMDs and the people enjoying a nice meal in the passenger cars because it's gonna be loud. Let's see here. All right, Alec. Have a good night. Yeah, like I said, I'm gonna probably do this every Tuesday, so I'm probably gonna end up doing one tomorrow. Once I get everything set up with the mic. Um, so let's see here. Yeah, let's do an Amtrak baggage. Let's do some sleepers. Um, because it's UP excursion, we'll do some Western Pacific and Rio Grande Western stuff for the sleepers at least. Um, we'll throw a 610 Amtrak in there. Let's see, chair. Some quote unquote chair cars. Don't know really why they call them chair cars, but okay. Welcome back, Norfolk and Western 611 fan. We are currently building a UP excursion. You're back for what some would call the worst part of the stream. I'm about to run a UP excursion down a very, very not the right route, to say the least. It's uh, it's going to be quite interesting. Let's see here, we'll throw some Amtrak chair cars in there. Um, yes, they're gonna need to eat, so we'll throw some. Ooh, when did I get that? See, I'm finding things I didn't even know I had. Okay, definitely gonna have to find that at some point again and use it. All right, let's see. For a heritage, ooh, English heritage diner. Right there, we'll throw mm, do one of these diners in between those. Western Pacific. We'll do a whole bunch of domes. So we'll do that dome. This one of these UP domes. Dome coach. Go back another one of those. We'll do the blue dome coach. Great dome, or I'm sorry, Great Dome Lounge rather. Um, we will throw in some more chairs. Where is the? EDGC. I don't know what this came with. Oh, Arizona Divide, but there's no engines for it, which is that's what makes it even more confusing. There's no engines for it, so I don't know where that fit in to the where that fits into the whole route. Do an observation. One of those right on the wheel. All right, 2507 feet. Cool. Let's see. UP excursion KATY 844. Pack 2507 feet. Which means I'll go ahead and get rid of that one. Yes. Let's do spring. Let's do sunset. I kind of want to start from the other end of the line because starting from Salisbury Yard going onto the end line at speed, you're more likely to derail than if you're going the other way for whatever reason. I don't know if it's coming off a main line down that hill on the curve, but we'll start from the back end of the line. Ooh, triple heritage lash up. Southern Girl, NNW, and the OG NS. Man, I can't even begin to tell you how long it took before I finally caught the original NS. I caught 15 heritage units over three separate times before I saw 8114 the first time. It took that long for that thing to get on our line. And when it did get on our line, it was there for like 2 days and then it was gone. Ways away gone. Get loaded in here. All right, here we are. First of all, gotta take a screenshot of that. That looks gorgeous with the tree shadow. Oh, especially because it's two-tone red and there's tree shadows. Beautiful. Let's look at our train. We got an Amtrak baggage, a couple sleepers, diners in there. Now, on your number board, um, when you hit 5, it'll put you inside a car. That was the only reason why I didn't want to do an Amtrak sleeper is because I knew it would put me in the Amtrak sleeper dome. I wanted to be more on the ground level, but this is fine. You can always turn around and look at it the other way. These people have no idea they're in for the ride of their lives. If they could scream, they would be already. So let's go ahead and do a little trick here. Cursor. Stat break. Stat reverser. Aha. See, now there's sometimes it doesn't work. My little trick sometimes doesn't work. So actually what we're going to do is, while we're here, hello, is it Louise or Lewis? I guess you can't really voice that. So was it the first time I said it or the second time? Louise or Lewis? All right. Hello, Jack. Yes, if there's one thing Cool Kid Nias and I love more than rail fanning, it's praise breaks. And if there's something we love as much as praise breaks, it's definitely hopping on that train sim. If I had $1 for how many times that chat was hit with two separate, all right, I'm hopping on train sim after work. All right, let's get loaded in here. Yeah, honestly, I didn't think I'd be streaming this long either. But once I saw how many people hopped in and were anxious to see me play, I was like, oh, well, I guess I'm staying in. So I was gonna do for maybe like 20 minutes, if that. You know what? Nah, we'll keep 844. I was gonna throw in a KCS, but nah. As much as I really want to. As much as I really want to. We'll do it another time. We'll do it another time. Just that length. So yeah, I usually put the length of the train. I was telling Cool Kid Nice about this when he was here in Duluth. I usually put the length of the train because when I'm running a train down a line and I have to stop and meet something, or if, let's say I want to, pause and come back later and I want to tie the train down somewhere, I try to put the length so that I know how big my train is ahead of time. So I know whether I can fit to meet something, whether I can whether I can fit in a certain yard or a certain siding. Um, Sometimes I'll start in a yard and my train's too big, or I used to start in a yard and my train was too big and I didn't know, and I'd start moving and a junction was thrown underneath one of my cars and I would derail. So now that I have the length, I know going into the game, oh, crap, I'm gonna have to check all the switches for the back end of my train to make sure that I'm not gonna, split the train in half coming out the yard. Yes, SP745 Railfan Productions. I am still live. Hey, it's Huts. What's up, my G? I'm chilling, man. I'm chilling. Jade, is it? I hope I'm saying this right. Jadrian? Jadrian, the Rail Fanner. How did I get all those locomotives? Right before I end this stream, I'm gonna do a quick little, like, I'm gonna show you guys all the websites I got all this stuff from. I'm gonna show you guys how I did it all of that stuff. And I'm even gonna make an actual YouTube video just centered around that, probably after the stream or something, to show everybody how I got all this stuff in the game, and how easy it is to switch it all out at will, all that stuff. So I'm gonna keep that one the way it is because you saw what happened last time. Go ahead and take your break off. Moving. Okay, so it seems that I can't do that. Okay, so I guess with the train being so short, maybe, or I'm not sure, but I can't mess with the brakes. Maybe I can, just not when I'm sitting. So I'm gonna get moving and then mess with them. That's usually what I have to do anyway. I'm not sure why I keep trying to do it before I start moving, but yeah, let's go ahead and get loaded right back in and finally get on the move here. Destin videos. See, I'm gonna read this out for everybody here. What do you think that goes through the mind of gate runners? Um, I don't know. I don't think, honestly, I don't think anything goes through their mind. I think they just see the train and hit the gas pedal. Because I've seen people come to a stop because they see the train coming, and I've had this on video. They come to a stop, they see the train coming, the gates initiate while they're stopped at the crossing, and then they just hit the gas and cross the tracks. And it's like, okay, you were already stopped, and yet you saw the train, gates activated, and then you still proceeded to go through. Thank you for the sub, Jadrian the Rail Fanner. Hello, Lewis. I hope I'm saying that right. I asked you earlier if I was saying it right. I don't remember if you had responded yet or not. Yeah, I'm gonna do a little, because I had a few people ask me. I'm gonna do a little video of how I get all this stuff put in the game. Now, some of the stuff might not work. That's just a disclaimer. I mean, even some of the stuff that I have in here doesn't work. Like my CSX Ace doesn't load in. The textures on my BNSF Heritage units don't show up. So some of the stuff won't work, which, the stuff that doesn't work, I just won't show you, but I will show you where to get it. Maybe you'll have better luck with it than I am, but I will at least show you where to get it. People facing backwards on this train are about to wish they were facing forwards. So we're already rocking. See, 844 is already rocking. Lights on. Oh, getting some buffer here. Buffer thing. Hopefully that kind of smooths itself over here. Notch 4 about to hit 40. Let's go ahead and head up to this crossing. A good run by. One thing about this line, there are a lot of curves, which is why I love it, because you can hit it at speed and see what your train does, see how it handles. Already leaning just a little bit, just a little lean. It'll get better or worse depending on how you're looking at it. Yes, I do remember when 211 crashed. Actually, a wider view here. Actually, 1832 just led a group of retired M-2s down to Atlanta the other day. They didn't replace the nose, they just kind of painted black. They never put the logo back on it. I don't think they ever planned to, honestly. So we're coming up this little line here. There's a lot of opportunities for some good run-by shots. So look at that. We are in notch 5. We are rocking like crazy. Look at this, look at it. Leaning, leaning. We're going to spend a lot of time in the inside view so you guys can see how much we're rocking there. This is definitely a good spot, though. I definitely do want to get up here so you can get a good run by. Oh, here we go. This crossing is a good one. You really want to see a lean? This one will give you a lean. Crossings back to back here, so I'm just kind of run through a good inside here. My favorite part of the line is this little university area right here. I'm gonna show you why. You can stand right here. Get right up on this little row of bushes here. Zoom in and get them hitting that whole curve. this place has tons of good curves. Get a good above shot there. Look at that rocking. Look at that rocking. Yeah. See, cool kid nice, and yes, real Fanning Jonah. This is the NSN line. Elias, I did a UP excursion, so I just grabbed a bunch of random passenger cars and threw them all together to make like pretty much how Amtrak used to do back in the day. They used to run excursions, take all of their uh, reacquired or newly acquired passenger coaches and just put them on a train and run them as a special. On that corner real quick. And do some out of nowhere shots here. Do a little recording here for YouTube, little clips from the stream. That rocking. Ooh, this will be nice. Stepping out for your morning cup of coffee and a good old train, thinking you're gonna see a local. Oh, this is I do derail, it's this corner. Look at that lean. Look at that lean. This one. Gonna do it on this one. You're doing exactly 70, by the way. You're doing exactly 70. Ooh. Here we go. Here we go. There you go. Talk about a crossing you won't expect it. Yeah, real fan Jonah, that line does say 25, but like I said at the beginning of my stream, I said speed limits, I don't do them. This game's all about testing your abilities, right? Well, what better way to test your abilities than to see how fast you can take a curve? There you go, from a baseball field. Trying to find a good spot here. This looks good. We're only in notch 5 doing 65. I think we can go higher. Unfortunately, doing this line, doing speed runs on this line is like Icarus. It's like being Icarus. Just seeing how high you can go before it's too high. We're up on that side. You're up like 2 inches on that side. We're still up on that side. It's gonna be this side. mean, look at that. We just covered the entire line in like 5 minutes. And if I'm not mistaken, we still have a downtown area to get to, which is somewhere out there. Oh yeah, there you go. Those 65-mile-an-hour jingle bell. This one? It's gonna be this one? It's gonna be this one? I'm waiting on the derail. Speed we're going, I'm waiting. Pretty sure we still have a guy's farm to go by, I think. Yeah, here we go. We're coming around to the downtown. Yeah, downtown's right there. Still doing 65. I know we can go higher. I know we can go higher. Listen to that screeching. Here we go. We're coming around to downtown. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. This crossing here. I love this crossing because from both directions you get a round the corner shot. Bumped on that one. I don't know if y'all saw that. We bumped on that one. We almost. Aha, the crossing with the taxi. When I'm coming down the line from Salisbury, this is the crossing I usually stand at. Because the train comes out of nowhere from behind the taxi. Taxi driver rail fan here. What's up, YouTube? Taxi guy, the rail fan. Taxi man, the rail fan. Right here at this crossing, we got some train coming. I think it's a local. Ooh, gate runner. That doesn't sound like a local. What is that? Oh my gosh. Oh yeah, water tower. Oop, not in it. Oop, not in it. Near it. Hey man, Norfolk and Western 611 fan, I'm thinking the same thing. Like I said, I'm waiting on this thing to derail. I know it's coming. It's gonna be I'm telling you where it's gonna be. It's gonna be the curve coming back onto that main line. If it's nowhere on the short line, it's gonna be on that curve coming onto that main line, which is coming right here. Yep. There's that curve. How are we keeping it steady? This doesn't make any sense. Okay. We're gonna sit right here. We're gonna sit right here on the main. I'm gonna wait on the thing to come off that branch. We made it! We made it all the way off that line. I don't know how we did it. I don't know how we did it. Alright, maybe a station flyby. Oh! I know what it's gonna be. I know what it's gonna be because I just saw that signal. We're switching onto this track. It's gonna be on this track. If we don't, I'm gonna be so surprised. Here it comes, here it comes, here it comes, here it comes. Track switch. What? Oh, I'm skilled. I got skilled, baby. Oh, that's where it's gonna be. I'm just trying to find places it's gonna be. I feel like it's gonna be, remember in the beginning when we were testing the horns? I feel like it's gonna be here. We do that abrupt track switch. If it's not here, then we're just never gonna do it. That was so close. The cars are literally leaning. Ever seen cars take a turnout like that? Well, you know what? The track it told us to switch onto was preset to not line us in. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna back this baby on out. Yep, we're gonna hit all those tracks. Then we're gonna take the lead track, the shop's lead. We're gonna take the shop's lead down. And then what we're gonna do is we're gonna Line, yep, we're lined to take that one. Unfortunately, I don't have 611. I found the website to get it though. I just can't remember what it was. Um, the button you press for the horn is I use the space button. It's default to the space button. So yeah, I don't have 611. There is a website to get it. I do have 8103. Um, and speaking of, I haven't run or made a NS OCS in forever. So I think we're gonna make that with 8103 leading, and we're gonna have 8099 trailing. We're gonna run that down the Livonia sub. I have a custom horn for those too. I don't have the uh, I don't have the horns for 8101 and 8105. Like as far as custom, I don't have those. They just have the same custom one that I have for all of the Givos. Um, but yeah, we made it all the way. Ah, yes, I heard about 215. 215 had what, 8100? It was either 8100 or 8103. They had a NS Heritage, a BNSF second, a UP third, and then a BNSF DPU, which was like for everybody on the north end. They were like 215 with a DPU? No way. But yeah, that was a. I heard about that lash up. That was a good one. All right, let's get all the way down here and get us some NS Heritage. It's been forever since I've been in this section of the list. Um, yes, 8103. You know what? Let's build a 215. Here you go, Norfolk and Western 611 fan. I'm gonna build you a 215 BNSF. I don't know what BNSF was second. See, yeah, that's what it does to my Heritage uh, BNSF. It gives them black screen. They load in as a black screen. It's super weird. Um, I don't know what the full lash up is. I'm gonna change the engines, of course, but except for 8103, yeah, we'll do a BNSF second, do a UP third. Let's add let's do a 70M. It's been forever since we whipped one of those out on a train. And now, because we're building an intermodal, I get to show you these cars. So the cars that I got in this pack, it's all of these. The AB Studios. That's where that hopper was that I was freaking out about earlier. Yep, there it is. So it comes with hoppers, comes with loaded and empty coal hoppers, BNSF and CEFX. Also comes with articulated auto racks, which I think are amazing because the new Bimax auto racks come through a lot. 154 had about 20 cars worth of brand new all white Bimax articulated auto racks the other day, Saturday actually. With Was it Saturday? It was either Saturday or Friday. It was Friday. It was Friday because he had 206 cars that day. It was Friday. Yeah, UP is very common on the NS line. Um, True story. There's a guy who lives in Duluth who used to work for NS Logistics, and he said that the UP, all the foreign power going away, wasn't because of PSR. It happened around the same time. Um, if you guys remember way back, foreign power was running everywhere. It was rare to see NS units on NS trains, at least on our line. We were getting City Rail, KCS on intermodals. We were getting UP on manifest, BNSF on locals. We were getting all types of crazy stuff. Canadian National was coming through on 154, like 4 or 5 engines deep, like crazy. Um, but the guy told us, he said NS was basically just running UP engines, and they have this thing called power hours. So power hours means that when a railroad borrows an engine, they either write the railroad a check. Let's say NS borrows a UP Ace for like 4 days. Either NS lets UP borrow an NS engine for 4 days in exchange, or NS writes a check for the amount of fuel that they used running that unit, which would only happen if the engine was leading. Um, and it happened to the point where UP got tired of running NS engines and said, either give us our engines back or start writing checks. And NS was like, okay, we'll just give them back then. So NS started running plain NS power. And anytime foreign power would come through, it would trail so that its fuel would be used as little as possible so they didn't have to write a check because they weren't gonna get the chance to give them a UP unit. Um, all right, Raymond and Jacob Fishing Rail Fanning, have a good night. Jadrian the Rail Fanner, have a good night. Um, but yeah, they stopped letting their engines switch over to UP. UP just stopped asking for them. They said either give us the checks or give us our engines back. So that's what they were doing. They were giving them back. And now they've started being a little bit more lenient. Now that NS has just sold off all their units, they have all this money. They can gladly write checks to get foreign power, because they don't have anything. Their ACUs and their M-2s were rumored to be part of their surge fleet, which is what they used last time they had a shortage. But they sold those off too soon, and now they're having to use foreign power like crazy because they don't have the engines to pull out in situations where they, are in dire need of an engine. They're having to use foreign power. So that's pretty much how that went down. It happened coincidentally right around the same time as PSR, which is why everyone associates it with that. But it really wasn't PSR. PSR just was about the system, the actual system of running the trains. It had nothing to do with the actual engines. So let's see here. 215. So the U piece, you get the way that the well cars are built. All these are articulated, by the way. The way that they're built in real life is there's an A, there's a C, and then a B. You see, the B has the ending, the A has the ending, and then the C is in the middle. Um, the five set, I believe, is A C D E B. I think it's A C D E B. I'm not sure. Thank goodness we don't have any of those, so I can't really be proven wrong yet. But I'm pretty sure I'm wrong. So yeah, let's go ahead and build. C, and you can, as long as they're in the same like four, I guess that would be not subtext. Oh, yeah, I guess it would be subtext. As long as they have the same subtext, you can put a C BNSF with a AUP and then a B empty if you wanted to, and it would all match up. So yeah, let's go ahead and do that. Now, the reason you'll see them like that is because there's a bunch of different containers that it can choose from, and it'll load them all in at random. The trains that I was running, the KCS and the UP, those intermodals, all those were randomly generated by the game. It was generated from a selection that it can choose from to put on top of, each other, or it can choose a single stack if it doesn't want to put a double stack. That's why it kind of looks like it's weird. Like that one, for the BNSF, it'll only ever be Swift and JB on the bottom, but on top, it'll be pretty much anything. As you can see there. Um, So yeah, if you wanted to, you could do a whole section of, you know, JB Swift and then maybe a couple hub groups by just picking the BNSF ones, or you could do the opposite and do no JB, no Swift by just picking the UP ones. So it gives you a little bit of choice, but not much. So let's see. We'll go ahead and build ourselves a 215. Actually, I don't think many people are still watching. So what I'll do actually is I will go ahead and show you guys how to do the mods. So yeah, one of the best places to get a mod is Railworks America. Is it still? Yeah, it's still okay. It's still showing. I just had to make sure it was still showing because that one was showing a black screen. Okay, there we go. Okay. Um, Railworks America. So Railworks America offers a lot of stuff. You have your engine repaints, which I've scrolled through as many of these as I possibly can. I believe there's like 67 pages of all types of stuff, and it'll show you exactly how to put it in. Um, Now, one thing you're going to want is some type of file opener, like, WinZip or, you know, WinRAR, um, to be able to transfer the files over. 'Cause some of them are going to come in zip files, which is a lot easier. Some of them are going to come in RAR files or 7Z files, which is going to be a little bit more challenging. Um, so yeah, they have the engine repaints. Then you have that's where I got the KCS. You have your rolling stock repaints, which is where I got the different containers and stuff. You can get them in certain areas. Certain websites have different ones, but this one has most of them. Um, your accessories, if you want to change like textures or containers, for example, um, you want to update physics and sound. So that's your accessories. You have your sound enhancement, which is usually your horns, um, which will update. You can download the horn, and I'll show you how to put all that in. Um, and then you have your route collection. So that's Railworks America, and then I'll show you AB Studios. Wait, sorry, it's on Messenger. AB Studios, AB Studios, AB Studios, AB Studios. Where was it? I can't remember where it was for the life of me. Um, yeah, we were telling them about the sound of the spine cars there, sending them screenshots of the containers once they got loaded in. Um, this one's a good site. Mods.trainsim community. I'll actually put all these in. Actually, I'll do these right now.